everybody, my name is Aiden, and today I'd like to start by telling you a story. Once upon a time, in a land far away from China, there lived a young boy. The boy was fluent in both English and Chinese, but his entire world was in English. The only difference he had with his friends was that his parents came from China. He didn't mind that, and for a happy 8 years, that was his life. Until one day, everything changed. His father had received an extremely good opportunity back in China. This meant the whole family had to move. The boy was shell-shocked. How could his parents ask him to give up everything he knew? His friends, his school, and his home. He knew some Chinese, but only a little. How was he supposed to learn in Chinese alongside kids for whom it was like second nature? The boy looked at the gap between his old life and this new one and saw no way across it. He felt powerless. To him, the future felt like a locked door. But unknown to him, a new perspective turns the lock. Finally, on April 17th, 2022, they set off on their journey. As they settled down, the real work began for him. He began learning Chinese, for real. And it was grueling, memorizing characters, poems, and grammar. A year passed, and things still looked bleak. He couldn't remember the strokes. He couldn't memorize the texts. And he couldn't keep up with the pace of the class. Memorization was still torture. His grades were still D's. And every day, the door seemed to be locked even tighter. But then, slowly, he began to try a different approach, focusing on one small win at a time. A new perspective turns the lock. After another year, things began to turn around. His D's turned to C's and gradually to B's. The words began to stick, the sentences started to flow. He wasn't top of the class, but he realized he was holding his own. It was then when he made his biggest revelation that moving to China wasn't a locked door, but the new perspective that he needed, an invitation to dive into a culture that was, in a way, his and not his. Because a new perspective turns the lock. The boy in the story is standing right here in front of you. It's me. When I look back on my first few years of China, it was a struggle. I wasn't keen on getting back up after I got knocked down. But I had help from family and from friends, and I persevered. My journey is proof that what looks impossible often isn't. The door isn't always locked. You just need the right way to see it. As Nelson Mandela once said, it always seems impossible until it's done. So I invite you to look at your own impossible task, your locked door. It might be a new language, or a difficult class, or even a move that you didn't ask for. But carry this with you. Your first step isn't to break the door down, it's to find a new way to see it. Because a new perspective turns the lock. Start where you are, learn one word, ask one question, and embrace that one small moment of confusion as proof that you are growing. Your journey might not be a straight line from D's to A's, but I assure you that every step begins with that shift in view, a shift from I can't to I am, from impossible to done. So will you find your new perspective and turn the lock today? Thank you.